What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the film Snow on the Bluff, written and directed by Damon Russell, and we're just going to do a quick film analysis and just do a breakdown of some of the editing techniques and an overall summary of the film. Snow on the Bluff is a fictional documentary made in 2011 and released in 2012. The film starts off by a couple of college students riding through a neighborhood in the west side of Atlanta, Georgia, known as the Bluff. They start off in a tourist spot but end up going to the Bluff looking for drugs, cocaine, and pills specifically. After a few minutes of riding through the Bluff, the college students are then approached by a man. The man locks eyes with them, approaches the car, and tells them that he has everything that they're looking for: marijuana, cocaine, pills, etc.
I see it in your face. I got the good stuff.
All right, now.
Cocaine, pills, whatever you want.
That's pretty much
You got
exactly
ecstasy?
what I want.
You got roll?
Is
Okay,
it?
camera cool.
The man then asks, "You guys aren't the police, aren't you?" They assure the man, "No, they aren't the police. They are just film students, and they aren't from the area, and they're just looking for drugs." The man then assures them that he has what they're looking for, but tells them that because of the police presence in the Bluff, he does not have the drugs on him and has them around the corner at his stash house. The man then enters the vehicle after being offered a ride by the college students as they take him to where the drugs are allegedly stashed. Once in the vehicle, the man makes nervous conversation before whipping out a pistol and robbing the college students for everything. He takes their money and then snatches the camera away. The camera then skips through a few various scenes as if someone... After a few various shots, the camera is then handed to a random bystander, and he is told to record everything and keep the camera rolling, regardless of whether it's a crime or not. Just keep the camera rolling.
No matter what happened, boy, keep that motherfucker rolling, but don't never turn it off.
Once the camera is rolling, you see Kurt, the man who just committed the robbery, now with a plastic bag full of beers, handing out beers, handing out cigarettes in the
I
neighborhood.
bring my good fortune back and share it with my family people, you know what I mean? Hey, Grandma.
The camera then skips to Curtis visiting his grandmother the following morning. He has a long talk with her as she fills him in on what is on her heart and her spirit, and tells him that there is only one step between him and death, urging Curtis to change his ways.
Don't ever know where death is. David says just one step between you and death. He said one step between me and death, so that's us too. It's just one step, and you never know when you're making that last step.
We notice Curtis is living a very dangerous and wild lifestyle that it seems as if it's going to result in his end. The movie then skips over to a powerful scene of Curtis on the steps, just describing how he's tried to get a job, he's tried to do various things the right way, and they haven't went his way. And this is where life has taken him, and he's content with it. He's happy to be alive and well.
But it got where it was on and off, because I was doing odd jobs and, trying to goddamn see what the movie gonna be. So easy for me to just get up. You know what I mean? When niggas see that gun, and man, the motherfucker gonna get up. Motherfucker don't wanna get shot. That's the scary thing in the world, a gun dead in your motherfucking face.
After numerous armed robberies committed with him in the community to various drug dealers that they do not know, the same drug dealer, White Hat, appears to shoot Curtis. This scene is very unique in terms of their editing style, because as he shoots at Curtis, you see the camera running as well. The camera sort of drops and falls, and it has you posing the question as a viewer: who's still recording? How are they recording? Why would they be recording? And it really gives you a sense and question of how real is this movie? Is it real? Is this scene fake? Following the shootout, Curtis was hit and wounded and struck. The camera then pans to Curtis in the ground in pain, and then it skips to a scene of him being released from jail. Curtis was in jail for a short period of time due to being shot, and quickly has his mind on getting revenge. Shortly after being free, Curtis and the guys from the community mask up and go try to get revenge.
Man, fuck this shit. Let me do it.
After an unsuccessful attempt at revenge, the guys who shot at Curtis, referred to as White Hat, come back and shoot at the community in the Bluff again, almost injuring Curtis and others. You can feel a sense of things heating up as Curtis has to take the responsibility of his child because his baby mother has been recently busy with work and various things. This is an extra responsibility that is bearing on Curtis because he knows how deep he is in the streets and how crazy things can get. It then skips to a scene where Curtis is casually in his living room with his child and his friends when someone barges in announcing the news that his baby mother has been killed out in the middle of the street. Curtis lets out a hurtling scream in pain and promises to get revenge on the people that killed his baby mother. After an unsuccessful attempt to kill the killers of his baby mother, this is where the movie comes to a real standstill. It's the crossroads for Curtis. Should he continue to get revenge on everything that is done back to him? Is Curtis starting to see that revenge is just resulting in a cycle of pain? As Curtis agonizes over the pain of losing his baby mother to street violence, he questions himself and starts to wonder if he caused all this. And he doesn't really know what to do next. This is where the story comes full circle. As he sits in the trap house agonizing over his baby mother, depressed, grieving, he sees his son playing with the camcorder tape from the camera he had stolen and has been filming off of. He then gets an idea. The camera then skips to Curtis going to a phone booth. He picks up the phone, calls a number he's seen, and asks them, "Hey, do you guys make movies? Do you do film editing?"
Yeah, I'm looking at your ad that's got in the paper that say y'all do video editing. Do y'all do movies too? Yeah, I got a movie. I'm talking about some real deal shit. My name Curtis Snow. I'm from the Bluff. I got some shit. I got a whole lot of tapes, man, of some real good shit that I know the world need to see, man. Real talk. All right, I can make it there in 20 minutes. All right.
To me, this is great filmmaking by Damien Russell. Yes, Damien Russell doesn't have any other major feature films, and no, this film didn't flop, but in terms of sales and production, the movie didn't take off. It wasn't a huge success. But I think Damien Russell's editing style is very unique. The way he cut from scene to scene, the way the story loops itself, it makes you wonder, is Curtis Snow a real person? Did he do these real things? Is this footage real? Is it fake? And the way the movie ends with Curtis Snow abruptly walking off poses even more questions. Where's he going to go next? Did it work out? And then the film leaves you wondering and understanding that yes, it worked out. I'm watching this film now. And it really poses and plays with the question of, is it fiction or is it documentary? I don't think films like this were made to go super box office. I think they were better made to depict what is really going on in parts of America. I love how Damien Russell is just a college kid, a film student like many of us, but actually wanted to meet real people and carry out real events.
You don't give a fuck about that. You are standing in the middle of an area of town where you supposedly shouldn't be, and where people you supposedly shouldn't be around, and your ass is going to jail just like then. Once I saw that, man, I really kind of felt like, wow, you know, I mean, I was like, I'd just never been through anything like that before, so it opened up my mind to like, what people in the hood, in the streets really have to go through. That's what I wanted to talk about in my movie.
Damien says in an interview that multiple people during the making of this film were arrested multiple times, and that the film of Curtis getting out of jail is actually real footage of him really being released from jail. Certain parts of this film are not fake, but the shooting scenes and some of the drama parts are created to fill in the events that really happened, to make it more of a story. I think Damien Russell does a great job. Even though this film, Snow on the Bluff, isn't super popular, widely known, and wasn't the most successful film, I think it still carried out its plan. J. Cole even made a song called Snow on the Bluff.
That's real, but damn, why I feel faker than snow on the bluff? Or maybe because deep down I know I ain't doing enough.
The impact that this film has had on black and popular culture does not go unnoticed. And even though this film didn't have a lot of major success,
I ain't gonna keep promoting something that I'm not getting paid for. I ain't nothing out of it. I ain't finna promote that shit. I'm finna tell folks, don't buy it. Don't buy that shit, cause I ain't getting no money out of it. I made it, I created it, it was all my everything, but some bullshit in the game, but don't buy it, cause I ain't getting no money from it.
Damien Russell still carried out his plan and his visions for this film, and that is why, to me, this movie, Snow on the Bluff, is very unique, and the editing style used is very unique as well. Thank you, guys.